Hey everybody, it's Maggie Mulhern from Modern Salon TV. I am here at the Water Street Studio, New York City, and look who I have behind me. It is my buddy, Justin Isaac, the color ninja, who is here doing a great demo on balayage. Justin is a Redken global artist, and he is in the middle of doing fabulous, oh hang on, we got some... He's doing some great balayage, and he's going to give you great tips. He's doing some cool things, so I'm going to flip this around, and Justin, we only have him for about 5 to 6. Color Ninja.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? Thank you, Maggie, for having us here, Modern Salon. Couple things want to get to quick. Balayage. We're going in, we're doing the Fifth Avenue Balayage by Redken, and the whole idea is it's about thinking about how color falls from the top to the bottom, not about working from the bottom to the top. So we've done some pre-sectioning just so we have our road map to where we're going, but think about it, when you go see a waterfall, Maggie, water goes from the top to the bottom. Most of us have been taught to color like water moves from the bottom to the top. So with this, it's the idea of how would sun hit the top of the hair. It's not trying to emulate a full head of foils, it's trying to be a lived-in look, beach hair, something more soft, more modern salon, right?
Yeah, that's
All right. So here you go. We're going to be working with V sections, always wanting to go in and take V sections with what we have because that's going to give us our depth. We're only going to paint on the surface, and what that means is you have a built-in shadow already. So you're creating a back shadow to your lightness. I'm going to go in, I'm going to put product on the surface of my hand.
Somebody was just asking, how thick is the lightener? You know, what is your desired consistency?
Desired consistency is that, think about that chunky soup commercial. I want my brush to almost be able to stand in my product, right? I need something that is a clay-based product. I need something that is thicker. That's why when I put it on my hand, you could see that it's not going to fall off my hand, right? One of the things that I know is when I see too much shine, it's not the thickness I want. I want it to look a little more matte versus shiny. So when I look in the bowl, you could see the amount of thickness that I have, right? I don't want it to be too thin. Thinner hair, I want it thicker. On thicker hair, I want it a little creamier. That being said, so here's what I'm going to do, Maggie. I'm going to go in. I'm going to flat pinch from the top and bottom, either throwing up deuces and coming down or pinching with my fingertips. Don't pinch from the sides. You're going to gather everything together, and you want all the fingers smooth, not all of them jumbled together because we're painting on the surface. Tension is key when I'm using balayage. I'm going to go in. I'm going to comb from underneath, not from the top. When I comb from the top, I might lose the underneath. So I'm going to go in, comb from the top. I'm going to take my product, put it on my brush. I want to make sure I have a clean brush with all of the bristles going the same direction. I can't have any janky brushes. My elevation is key, Maggie. Higher elevation to get close to the scalp, lower elevation when I'm not trying to get close to the scalp. So I'm going to go in. I want you to learn how to hold your brush like chopsticks more than you traditionally would. And I'm going to go in. I do a test run. I'm going, I'm in. Okay? So what I'm constantly doing is I'm flat brushing. You need to visualize on this hair where it is you're trying to place your color, and one of the things that we like to talk about with Redken is we talk about points of light. And what that means is where is the light going to hit the hair. So what is my point of light? So on these first pieces I did, we went in and created traditional V's that you see a lot of in balayage. With Fifth Avenue balayage, we're going to be utilizing 4 different points of light. So the point of light I'm utilizing now is one point of light that is going to go to the center. Because if you think about it, if this is the hair that lives in the back, when the sun comes down and hits it, it would not go in and create a V. The sun would almost come flat and widen, flat and widen. So that's the whole idea with this. I still don't let go of my tension, because tension is key. Key thing I want to stress to all of you out there in Periscope land is the bounce. The bounce is key.
Balance of
the bounce.
The bounce.
The bounce. Yeah,
okay.
Like bounce with it, bounce with it.
He's
yeah.
bouncing the...
So the key is, when I go here, I have a lot of tension. I am taking my brush and I am pushing the product into the hair. I don't know if you could see the bounce on there, but I'm pushing it in. Where a lot of people go wrong, Maggie, is they put the product on here, but they don't push it into the hair. If you don't push the product into the hair, you'll never get the lightness. But you still want to have the underside clean. So don't be afraid to push the product in, because if you're not getting the lightness that you're desiring, chances are it's because you're not pushing the product in. So the bounce is very key.
All right, we got tons of questions. People want to know what your formula is. And yes, we will show in about an hour, we'll show the end result from the back. They want to know your formula, what bleach you're using, how thick your sections are. So
okay, so first off, product, I am using Redken's new freehand lightener. It's a clay-based product that we just came out with that's specifically made for balayage.
Okay, you guys, I'm going to show you right here. Yeah, freehand, turn it this way, a little bit of glare, and it's a big, huge, powdery, fabulous. It comes
in a tub. It's mixed in a 1 to 1.5 ratio, so it doesn't matter what you're using. We want to encourage people to step up their game and use scales, right? Because that's how you're going to be more efficient with your product. You're going to get the consistency you want. And as an owner, I want to utilize my products the best I can.
And I'm going to show you guys, because this is what Justin was weighing everything using a scale. So it was pretty cool. So this is a new scale that you guys are.
Yes, it is. We came out.
Yeah. Okay.
Because right now, think about it, whether it's balayage we're doing or it's pastel colors and different things like that, the little smallest detail of color formulation matters. You can't just work off ½ ounce, ¼ ounce, 1/8 of an ounce anymore. You need to get scales so you could work in grams to get your precision and get your formulas where you want. I haven't let go of tension. I have my 1 point of light. What I'm going to do now is take my pinky, I go in with my pinky, and I'm going to blur the ends. Because what this does is now when this grows out, when it's done.
Get a better view of that because it's. Hang on, I'm watching you from this way. Sorry, everybody.
Okay.
All right,
so taking my pinky, not with the tip, but with the width of it, and going in and like you would strike a match, in and out, right? So what this does is all that I'm trying to do is blur the edges of where my points are. I'm not trying to go in and make it be an ombre. I'm not trying to go from dark, medium to light. I still want just as much lightness to come from the top as I do the bottom, but instead of having a hard line that grows out, I'm going to have a soft line. So that's what using your pinky is about. Okay?
And then you saturate the ends.
And then I'm going to go in, I'm going to go in, saturate the ends. I have a couple of choices when I do this, Maggie. One is I could go in and I could use our Redken balayage board that we have. Hot tip for this would be, if I'm going to use this, most of us were taught to place it at a diagonal. What we're going to ask you is to go in and place it more on a horizontal, because now you run the risk of getting less tracks underneath and better saturation. I'm going to put more saturation on my brush. I'm going to come in and I'm going to get the saturation through those ends that I wanted. Then I'm going to go in with my cotton and I'm going to place a piece of cotton up top. And I'm going to place a piece of cotton down below just to make sure. Come on.
And somebody's asking, and this is about balayage just in general, why aren't you saturating the entire section underneath?
Great question. Generally with balayage, you're not saturating the whole section. Here in North America, we do have a preference of keeping our hands in the hair, Maggie, and we go and saturate. Here's the problem when we do that. When you saturate the whole section is, when you're using a V section, you take away all that shadow. The reason why balayage is so soft and looks so natural is because you have that built-in shadow. So these top pieces that we color, it dances on the top of the hair and you have a built-in shadow already. When I go and saturate everything, it's too deep into the head. It's really stuck, it's indented in the head, like if you did vertical streaks with foils. They're just too deep into the head. What we do with Fifth Avenue balayage, and what's traditional in a lot of balayage, is we saturate the front and back of the ends. So think about it if it was your arm. If it's your arm, all you're doing, Maggie, you're saturating the top part of our arm is what we're saturating. But now down at the lengths, we're saturating front and back of the arm. So think about it with modern blondes, heavier blondes, longer hair and things like that, we're going to get a stronger blonde filling on the ends. Hot tip though, thing to pay attention to. Be careful if you place all of the same length on those ends to the same place, you run the risk of it looking like a dip dye. And there's nothing wrong with a dip dye if that's your intention. Nothing is wrong with any color if it's your intention. But if it's not your intention, not so much. So what I would suggest is, on some of the ends, only do the tips. On other ends, do almost up to the mids. On other ends, do 3/4. Because now if you think about it, instead of that blonde being all around the same perimeter, almost looking dip dye-ish, now you're going to have highs and lows with it. So you're going to make the eye dance. And if you're a good colorist, that's what you know how to do. You know how to trick the eye. That's
okay,
basically
so I'm
what we
going to
do.
let you go. We're going to come back. Somebody wants to see where you're going to do it in the front, so just turn her around so we can see where it's going to be in the front.
So think about
And
it.
we're going to be done in about an hour so that they can see the
Yep.
about an hour. Come
Yes.
back. We're going to see the finished result. Turn her around so we can see.
Okay, so I'm going to go from here. Those are the pieces that live in the back. Then I have my piece right here that I pre-sectioned so that we could just see where it is. And this is the piece that is going to live in the corner back. These are the key pieces, Maggie. If I don't have these pieces right, it doesn't all work. Those are the pieces that are going to live in that corner back. Again, utilizing V sections. So I'm going to go to these corner backs and do these pieces. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to come here. It's almost like a puzzle if you think about it, Maggie. I have these two pieces. I fill in the gap here, and then I have my front piece that I will do last because I don't want that to lie in my guest's face. They pay far too much money to have color or anything in their face.
Okay, and how do people follow you?
How do people follow me? You could follow me on Instagram, Justin Isaac Color Ninja, or on Facebook, Justin Isaac.
And that's Justin.
JUSTINISAAC.
And he's the Color Ninja. Thank you so much. We're going to see you guys in about an hour. And Justin, you're the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Maggie, Modern Salon.
Okay, we'll see you soon. Bye.